we have 20 different countries represented with people with very different worldviews. We try and create an environment for all of you to collaborate and discuss together the issues that we will be raising throughout the next 5 days.
เมืองสิโปนของพวกข้าพเจ้านี้เป็นเมืองที่สมัยสงครามหันก็มีเส้นทางผ่านเป็นเส้นทางยุทธศาสตร์ที่สำคัญนั่นแหละเพิ่นก็ได้ใช้นามว่าเส้นทางโฮจิมินห์ฉะนั้นการทำลายการทิ่มระเบิดก็มันลุกลายนั่นแหละ
There are 17 districts in the whole country that were really heavily affected, and they are also very much correlated to the poverty. For Stora Enso, this means that we have to clear every square meter that we work with. We have to clear from bombs before we can plant trees or enter a land area. We access roads and whatever, and that's a big part of our operation here.
พื้นที่ทำการผลิตของประชาชนเฮานี่มันยุ่งยากเกี่ยวกับการทำมาหากินกับการเฮ็ดนาเพราะเป็นผู้ดอยฉะนั้นจำเป็นมีแต่เฮ็ดไร่เท่านั้นเฮ็ดไร่เรือนร้อย3 ปีใดก็ต้องได้ย้ายคันถ้าบ่ย้ายเข้าอยู่ในหันก็บ่งามผลปลูกก็บ่งามฉะนั้นทั้งบรรดาต่างประเทศเพิ่นก็ได้เข้ามาลงทุน
We call it plantation model. The first one is a strict bottom-up land acquisition process. The second one is bomb clearing. As I said already, we can't grow anything here if we don't clear the bombs first. The third one is the wide spacing, if you see it behind me. The fourth one is trying to divide that into 3 lots at least, more if possible, and then to plant 1 lot every second year. And they have labor opportunities every year. So they have rice and cash every year. But on top of that, we pay a contribution to the village, not to individuals, to the village. And it has to be used for food security, health and sanitation, education, and one is village infrastructure. Our socioeconomists know these things better. And every project is designed by the village, approved by the district, so we don't have any overlapping with NGOs or other government development agencies. The major challenge for us is to get the farmers to understand that there is a life and a way of living even after shifting cultivation. They don't understand that the life will change, there will be employment, there will be a cash economy, and they will not need to do shifting cultivation forever. Connected to that challenge is that we really need to reach the women. The women do all the work, and the women, they have the most of the benefits from working in this way rather than the old traditional way. But in this culture, the women do not participate in meeting. You can try to call them, maybe some come, but most of them don't come.
ชาวบ้านเนี่ยมันมีประกอบชวนครับบริษัทเนาะ1ละรักษาต้นไม้ทางยาใส่ปุ๋ยมียังโครงการนั้นชาวบ้านเพิ่นก็ต้องการอยู่แล้วอยากให้เพิ่มขึ้นในรายวันนั่นนะอยากให้ดี1เลยชาวบ้านต้องการน้ำกินน้ำใช้เนาะอันที่2แล้วมันเส้นทางอันที่3ได้โรงเรียนสุขศาลา
So we've been working with local teams on enhancing their standard procedures for the way that they approach communities, begin the initial communications on projects, help the communities develop and agree on what we'd call good faith negotiations. Both sides, the company and the community, a fair and equitable way.
In some regions of the world, people don't really have the freedom to say and to oppose to things, or not even to oppose, even to ask and to question some processes, and that's perhaps a little bit more difficult in places like Laos. Government institutions, they understand that, they try to engage a lot better, but it hasn't happened yet. So we can see that plantations at the moment are better, but I don't think they are good yet, because they don't have that free, informed consent. They have the prior consent, but it's not totally free, and it's definitely not informed.
Embassy is organized to dress, give good health and whatever, and also to welcome people.
A lot of pressure on the plantation company to its role and responsibilities are much greater than you get in other countries. And I think that's one of the challenges for the companies, is they're almost taking on a role of delivering services which in a lot of other countries would be delivered by the local government. Long term, it can't sustainably do that. I think New Generation Plantations it's a unique space where we can have the kind of conversations and dialogues we've had this week. And by bringing a diverse group of people together and making them, it's not just show and tell, it's not just a company like Stora taking us round and showing us what they do. We make the groups work together, and by making the groups work together, it gets over some of the barriers and the preconceived conceptions of people from companies, people from civil society, and they suddenly realize that these are common challenges. No one has all the answers. We all have little pieces of truth and little ideas and little solutions that if we all work together, we can share that. And I think NGP is the only space where that happens.
In this study tour, it's not just only come to youth the community or youth the country to show how your success, but they more, they try to involve you with the community and understand the country context. So that is very, very important for me. When I come here, I pick up a lot of things, It's most of the things I have to go back to develop the proposal about the private sector engagement. It makes me not understand in my mind from the reading, but I can understand from my heart because both of you teach me.
It's been a very amazing experience. It's my first NGP. So I gain a lot, as other people have said, that mostly because of the different stakeholders. And when you have one problem, if you approach a problem from different perspectives, there's a way to solve it. Another point is physically you are completely drained, but mentally you are charged. And one recommendation, make good trousers, make sure you have the clothes that really fit with the NGP. If not, you can lose your pants and make an underwear.